Good morning. My name's Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK. Welcome to another episode of Groovi Tuesday. I can see we've got some lovely friends already over on our YouTube page. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Pat. I can see we've got eyes coming into the room. There we go. So, yeah, how's everybody doing? I know it takes a while for everyone to find the room. So I shall do my usual waffling. I would say, what's the weather like with everybody at the moment? But I'm sure that everyone's probably experiencing the same. Some a little bit more worse than others within the UK. Good morning, Clive. I wonder whether Mo will be in next, unless Mo's working. There we go. Good morning, Mo. There we go. Sharon's in the room as well. There we go. Everybody's coming in now. So yeah, so I think looking at the weather the past few days, I think many of us have been suffering. I hope nobody's sort of suffering too badly with all this extra rain. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Ken. Jill, Jane. There we go. Everybody's coming in now. So yeah, it sure had. It's strange though, isn't it? It's sort of been sort of wet and wild, sort of overnight, early hours of the morning, and then sort of come sort of lunchtime. We're definitely down here in Kent, in Edenbridge. It's been warming up, and it was a lovely warm afternoon yesterday. So yeah, it's really sort of freaky weather, but it's not cold, but it's not warm. I think it's just on that edge, isn't it? So, okay, so Sue says, there we go. Sue said that she can hear me. There we go. So yeah, so I hope everybody's well. We've got lovely Josie and Jane, Nahid. Everybody's coming into the room now. Good morning, Glynis. Glynis, I sent you an email this morning. I'm sure you probably haven't got round to it yet. Just adding the finishing touches to the parchment retreat we've got coming up in a couple of weeks. And I'm going to move that mouse because it's right on the end stream. I don't want to click that by mistake and finish the session early when we've only just begun, as the carpenters would say. So, yeah, there we go. So I'm just catching up with all the comments and the messages as well. Maggie Crane is in the room. There we go. Soggy in Reddit as well. I know it's really strange, isn't it? Clearness hasn't done her emails. We was doing them at, it was about midnight last night, wasn't it? That email came through. So, yeah. I've got some sticky tape on here. I feel as if I'm going to fall off this stool in a minute. I need to just reposition myself. There we go. That'll be one for the camera, wouldn't it? So, so we're continuing with our lovely grid work from Josie, our diagonal circular grids. And I've really enjoyed these past few weeks, just getting to grips with it again and having a play and just doing it sort of week on week, because it's not necessarily just about rushing it and sort of completing the project. It's all about sort of enjoying it and sort of maybe picking up little different bits and pieces. But really, with these grids, you really can't go wrong because Josie's done all the hard work for us. And maybe you're tuning in for the first time and you're wondering, what's he going on about? So if we have a look here on the overhead, so this is one of the circular grids from Josie. And you can see that we have a bright white line, and then we have a more faded line. Now the faded ones are where they have been where they've been drilled, so they're perforated, and these ones here are our traditional groovy plate, so to speak. Good. What time is it in New Zealand, Barbara? Yeah, I'm rubbish with timelines. I have to put it on my phone to see what time it is in San Francisco, where Barb and the guys are. Yeah, New Zealand. I don't think we've had. It was quite funny. Somebody put a comment on the YouTube afterwards the other week, and I can't think where they said they were like in this middle of nowhere, and this tiny little island. I think she'd moved from, the lady in question had moved from somewhere like Wolverhampton or somewhere, and it's 9 p.m. in New Zealand. Oh, it's not too bad then. And it was sort of like, I'm rubbish with geography, but it was this tiny. Google Maps is amazing nowadays, isn't it? You can just put the place in, and and I had to zoom out, and all of that, there was this tiny little speck of this island in the middle of nowhere. I think you had, I can't think now, what was on this side? It was, no, I've lost it. I can't remember now. I'll have to have a look for next week if I remember. And yeah, I mean, it was a tiny island, but when you zoomed in, it was quite a big island. But in the middle of the ocean, it was tiny. It had a tiny little airport as well. So yeah, so that's quite interesting. So 9 p.m. in New Zealand. Is this the first time you're tuning in, Barbara, or do you tune in and watch it afterwards? Are you new to the Groovi family? Do we have any newbies in the room? Have we got any new Groovi Tuesdays? Groovi Tuesdays? I'm sure Ken will come up with a name. Yeah, because recently on Create and Craft, we've sold lots and lots and lots of starter kits, which is great. And hopefully people are tuning in. Maybe you've recently bought a starter kit and you've gone back to episode 1. Josie, she forgot it was almost Tuesday. Tell me about it, Jane. I don't know what day of the week it is at the moment. Am I a day in front or a day behind? I think I keep thinking it's Wednesday, which would be weird because I would have done this yesterday. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm just trying to catch all the messages that go up. So yeah, sorry, I digress. We're looking at the plates from Josie. Eric and Ragnar are doing fine. They're playing yo-yo. One's in, one's out. But yeah, enjoying their food. So they're doing well. So Barb and Dave are where are we now? We're Tuesday. They're back tomorrow. So I move out tomorrow morning. And then on Thursday, I go up to TV on Thursday because I've got TV Thursday and Friday. But then on Thursday, Barb, Dave, and Grace are going to up north to a wedding, another wedding. And so after TV on Friday, I move back in and then move out on Sunday. Susan Moons recently bought the Groovi kit. And how are you finding it, Susan? Are you hooked? I did say, if you heard me on TV, and I say once you've got it, it's all downhill. Right, okay, Lorna received her starter kit yesterday and don't even know where to start. Is there a right or wrong side to trace on the parchment? Okay, this is excellent, brilliant. Okay, so with clear parchment, there's no right side or wrong side. Well, maybe what I'll do is while everyone's sort of pulling up a chair, maybe we'll just have a little bit of a recap for some of our new friends that have joined us today. But what I can tell you, if you have joined us, and obviously what we're doing today is a little bit more advanced, then you can go back to episode 1. I go through the starter kit for several sessions. So, I think somebody just walked past the door. Stomped past the door, should I say. Yeah, so you can go back and watch episode 1. It's all there. We're on episode 159 at the moment. So, but yeah, let's just maybe just have a little recap. I'm getting really warm in here. Let me just put the fan on. Hang on a moment. There we go. I'll put the fan on. So yeah, maybe for some of our friends that are tuning in for the first time. So with your clear parchment, there isn't a right or a wrong side to it. Okay. So what you need to do, I haven't got anything, is whoops, you take your tumble dry sheet that comes in the starter kit and you just wipe on one side of the parchment. Okay, and once you've wiped on one side of the parchment, you then take, I must have a plate in here something. Yeah, I've got my, so I'm getting ready for TV, so I've got everything, well, everything's all over the place. So, yeah, I've got my, this stool. Let's just take my plate, mate. And let's just take the butterfly. Okay, so we're going to take the butterfly. I know I digress slightly, but I think it gives everyone a chance to pull up a chair, doesn't it? Right, going to grab my double-ended tool. Hey! Uh-oh. I'm glad the camera was on the overhead. Right, okay. So plate mate, doesn't matter which way, whether you have it that way so you can read it or that way, it doesn't matter. All we're using it for is a mate, okay? And you need to be able to make sure that you can read the word groovy the right way round, okay? And if you actually run your finger over, you can feel that there's actually grooves within the plate, okay? So I've wiped this side with the tumble dry sheet. And have I got any groovy tabs in here? Yes, I think I have. Hang on. Just bear with. Right, okay. It's because I've got all the groovy stuff in the other office because I'm preparing for, I've got some lovely plates on TV on Thursday. Christmas designs from Linda Williams. Okay. Right. So all we're going to do is attach our parchment. It's just a scrap of parchment just to show you exactly how it works. I'm going to put my glasses on. I'll zoom in a little bit now. Hang on. Oh. Stretch. Which way am I going to come in? I'm going to come in this way. Okay. There we go. So we can read the word groovy the right way. This is the side of the parchment that I've wiped. And all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take the number 1 tool and I'm going to press into the groove. Okay. And all I'm doing, see, look, I jumped out there, nothing happened. Okay. And then just take it nice and slowly. I've got my groovy guard here. Just lean on that. So I've got my groovy guard. And this is one of our best-selling plates, this butterfly reef. And then all we're going to do is just trace out the design. And it is as simple as that. And you can pick and choose the elements you want to trace out. So if I wanted to, I could have just done the outline of the butterfly and left it empty. Let's just put the little, I was going to say antlers, antennae, just on there. Okay, and then we're going to see it really, I mean, it's not a race, obviously. So all we're going to do is follow the design. See, even my voice slows down, nice and calm. It really does just take you out of your head if you need it to. Follow it through. So on the butterfly, all I'm doing is the main part of the design And then, whee, I'm not going to put the little dots in. I could do if I want to, but it doesn't take long to do. And as I say, you can go all the way back to episode 1, where I go through the starter kit, say, for several weeks, and we create a few projects from it. So now, so this is the back of our work. So when we turn it over, we now have our lovely butterfly. And it really is as simple as that. I know I often say, excuse me, on TV, there is no skill required. This stall. There really isn't when it comes to tracing out the design. And we often say that when you get some new plates, just trace them out. And as you trace them out, you'll see different things. When I was working with the new Poppets last week, Maeve, she's my favourite character, the little sprite with attitude. And then as you're tracing it out, you know, it's a little frog just leaning on her shoe. And then when you look at some of the other characters, was that last week? It was the week before, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was the week before. I can't remember now. Yeah, you see different things. So like when you're tracing out the butterfly reef, just take that plate, the butterfly reef. Okay, so another little tip I would give you is what I used to do at the beginning. Let me zoom out again. Okay. Oh, let me just stretch up and zoom out. Hang on, where are we going? We're going this way. Oh, sorry. Way. That was a little bit too fast. Bit zoomed out. Okay. So when I first started, I'd have my plate mate in the portrait position. I'd have my plate in there. And then if I've got a piece of A5 parchment, I would always take my parchment and attach it here and here. Okay, so it's always sort of, I mean, on this particular design, the design is central, and then what I can do, I can lift up, I can turn it over, have a look. If I've missed something, then you pop it back into place and you carry on. Now, there's no rules to say that you have to get that crisp white line with the first pass of the tool. You can just go on very lightly and then just go over it several times. I remember back in the day, when we first started, we used to go with the number 2 tool, which would slowly break the fibres of the parchment, and then we'd go back in and crisp it up with the number 1 if we wanted to. Now, as time progresses, you get a little bit more confident on how much pressure to apply. As long as you've wiped it with the tumble dry sheet, then you're unlikely to go through the parchment. Okay. Now, tumble dry sheet's not going to last forever, and it depends. I mean, you've got the one in the starter kit that will definitely keep you going for a while. Different shops have different brands. I tend to use Sainsbury's own brand. Some people find that they're a little bit too perfumey. So what you could do, you could just take them out of the box, let them sort of, they're not wet, they've definitely got some oil to them, so to speak. So if you've got a tumble dryer sheet, put them in with your clothes, just put the whole box in, doesn't matter. And then I'd say you probably don't want to put them in more than sort of 5-10 minutes or so, then take them out and they're good to go. Or maybe just hang them around the house, make the house smell lovely as well, and just let them dry for a day or so, just to air, and that will take some of the moisture out of them as well. Excuse me. Some others, for me, are a little bit scratchy, but again, if you find that they're a little bit too stiff and scratchy, then just put them in a tumble dryer or just crunch them up, just kind of like paper, and then that will soften them as well. So yeah, so it's lovely to have everybody's company again today. The sun is, believe it or not, it's actually shining out there. Although this morning it was persisting down. So yeah. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this grid work we've been working towards. So for all of our new friends in the room, don't panic when you see what I've done. It comes with time. But like a lot of things, the Groovi system can really make a difference. And these lovely grids from Josie that we've been working on, excuse me, I've got the fan going, sorry, really does make it easy. And where we're headed for this particular project is this piece here. Okay. So over the past few weeks, we've been building up to this and we've been doing our picot cutting. So let's pop that to one side and bring in the piece that I was working on. Definitely need my glasses. I mean, here's a lovely piece. I think this is, yeah, this one's from Josie, using 2 different colour parchment. So this uses our orange squash and lime twist. So yeah, that's it. As Glenys said, hang them outside on the washing line. Just let them air dry for a bit. It definitely makes a difference. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to zoom in so we can continue with our picot cutting. Okay. Oh, there we go. I reckon that'll be close enough. Okay, so so a few people saying that Facebook is playing up, a few people saying YouTube's playing up. Could be the adverse weather conditions possibly in the area. We had an issue the other day in the office where the phones kept dropping out, but that was all to do with the weather and flooding and stuff like that. Now I know last week I definitely made a start, didn't I, on my picot cutting. There we go. So you can see how we're starting to create those little photo corners. So we got to here. So I'm going to use my ring lock scissors. Okay. And I'm going to repeat the process I repeated previously. I'm going to go all in one direction first. And we could, I reckon we will definitely, blimey, saying that, it's 20 past already. Okay. So all we're going to do, the tips of those scissors into the perforations, and I'm just going to squeeze gently. And when you see, I don't know how close I can come in without it going out to focus. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I think I can get a little bit closer. Ooh, no, too close, too fast. I reckon that might be about it. Okay, let's see what happens. Right, okay. Yes, Sue Carpenter, thank you for that. I forgot to mention that. If you are new to the Groovi family, then sign up to Groovi Worldwide on Facebook and Clarity Worldwide as well. And the design team are in there. And no question is ever a silly question. And so if you're not sure about something, put a post on there and you'll get inundated with response and help. Okay. Right, okay. Where was I? Here I was. Okay, so you're gonna just take the snips and you're gonna, what happens is it just, as you squeeze, it comes to a point. Oh, I've lost it now. It was good to start with. Because I've done my stretching exercises. I told you exercise was bad for you. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it around. This hand here is staying exactly where it is. So I'm going to go all in one direction first. Because for me, I just find that is more time efficient, satisfying. Obviously, I can see we're all having a good old chat in Facebook. I'm sure Sue is keeping you under control. I've got to turn this fan off now. My legs are cold. Oh dear. Where was I? Done that one. Okay. Yes, so it's not long to go now until our annual parchment retreat at the Spa Hotel in Tunbridge Wells. We've got a few spaces left if anybody's interested. I'm sure Sue could pop up a link to the section on the website if anybody's interested, or maybe you want to give Sue a call and she'll answer any questions you may have. So, and if you are coming, then I did send an email out the other day. We are going to be using Linda's new floral alphabet, and in the email I asked people to let me know which letter they would like to use. So we're going to make it sort of, rather than sort of just put a complete alphabet out or a couple of alphabets out and say, right, choose, off you go and get a letter. Everyone is bound to want the same one. So we're asking what letter you would like to work for. Many of you have replied already, and we'll be having an evening meal on the Monday night. So if you want to join us for that, if you're coming and you want to join us, then I attached a menu for you to decide what you would like. It was quite interesting. Some people just went straight for the food. I would like this for main and this for starter, and forgot to tell me what letter they wanted. Some people were so excited they just told me what letter, and I knew that they'd be coming to dinner with us, but they forgot to mention that. So that's why we have to get it all booked in and sorted out ahead of time. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Linda sent through the projects the other day. So next week, once I get TV out of the way this week, next week it's all systems go, getting ready for that. But as I say, there's still a few spaces if you're interested. I see Sue's popped the link up as well. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, so this week, where are we? I know we're at Tuesday because we're in here. Okay, so I've done all of that side now. So now I'm going to turn it round, and there we go, going to come in on this side. So yeah, Tuesday today, and then on Thursday I've got my usual 2 hours of Groovi on TV at 1 o'clock and 5 p.m. 1 o'clock. Why did I say 1 o'clock? 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. or 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And I'm going to be revisiting some lovely festive designs from Linda Williams, A Touch of Christmas. And I'm also going to be shining a light on some lovely favourites that I need to find out who designed them. I think it was Barbara and Jim, but I need to find that out from Jim. So we've got some fantastic frames as well. Some lovely fancy frames from Linda Williams. So many of our friends are already in the room. And I forgot what I was going to say. Brain fog. It'll come back to me, possibly. I've got to put that fan back on again now. There's no... Oh, did that just blink when I did that? I think it did, didn't it? Are we all still here? Are we all good? I haven't sort of terminated the connection, have I? It all seems to be okay. Sue, do you want to give me the all clear, or somebody in the room just say, yeah? Yes, okay. Yes, it did. But am I still with you? I think I'm still with you. I don't know. Yes. All okay here. Okay. Perfect. Right, okay. Apologies for that. The little... Right, scissors. Little blip there. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, so Thursday, 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And then, according to my schedule that I've been sent through yesterday, I think I've got the lovely Leonie at 1 o'clock and the lovely Adam at 5 o'clock. And then on Friday, I'm covering Barb's 9 and 1 show. And for that, I think I have Charlie at 9 and then finishing off with Leonie at 1, I think. So on Friday, it's going to be a fresh cut dyes bonanza. There's going to be some fantastic savings on offer. I would say keep an eye on your emails Friday morning. I think we're scheduled to send out a little email at 6 a.m. on Friday morning. So if you're up, just keep an eye up on there. So yeah, so that's Thursday, 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And then Friday, 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Why have I gone from o'clock to a.m. p.m.? Isn't that weird? Okay. So, yeah, and then after that, TV-wise, then Barb will be back, and then Barb's got the first Sunday of the month. I think it's the 6th of October. I think it is Sunday the 6th of October. Right, okay. So I've now, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to die cut a circle, didn't I? Right, so I've still got to go through and release these little side snips now. So that one's done. Turn it around. That one's done. Okay, so that's those. Just like so. And obviously, keep an eye on the Clarity Matters blog. Got another lovely step by step this Sunday. I can't remember which one it is. Mo, I saw that on Facebook. You got to meet him. You got him to sign your arm, didn't you? So you could have it tattooed. I saw that. I rarely go on Facebook, and I go on it every now and again, and then just go through it if there's anything weird. Sometimes I get weird stuff posted to my timeline, so I just have to untag it. And it just came up in my timeline. It wasn't a real time timeline. It's sort of like a best of. And I saw that you met him and he signed your arm. So you've had it tattooed already? Wow. Oh, the thought of a tattoo. My brother is covered in tattoos. I think my sister's got one or two. Too squeamish for me. Too squeamish. Although, saying that, you never know. Yeah, I saw what you'd posted. It looks like you had a fantastic time. Okay, where was it? Here we go, around here. I've done that one, done that one, done that one. I've done all of it. I might have done. No, here we go. I forgot what I was saying there. Oh yeah, so keep an eye on your emails on Friday morning. And all I'm going to say that we will be having some very special offers on our website as well, Friday through to Monday. And I think we've got some double points involved as well. Double points, loyalty. Talking of points, yeah. So yeah, keep an eye on your emails on Friday, and obviously hopefully you can tune in and join me on TV as well throughout the 2 days. And yeah, loyalty points, there'll be double loyalty points on something over the weekend. But before that, it's Tuesday. So it means we must have a new Triple Point Tuesday product. There we go. I'm just going around just checking. There we go. That's all released now. And I forgot, didn't I? I forgot to cut a circle. Doesn't matter. Okay. Excuse me. Let me just go back to the overhead so I can refocus, so I can show off this week's Triple Point Tuesday. So we're going to zoom out now. I'll go a little bit more slowly this time so you don't all fall off your chair. Okay. Right. Triple Point Tuesday. So Triple Point Tuesday is something that we started a few weeks back. And for 1 week only, from Tuesday to Tuesday, we select a product in the office and we give you a super duper discount on it. And if you're a club member, you'll either get your 15, 12.5 or 10% off on top of that in addition. And you'll also get triple points on it. However, if anything else happens to fall into your basket with the Triple Point Tuesday product as well, then the whole basket will earn you triple points. So, for example, I'm going to show you now. It's a set of 3 lovely stamps from Barbara. So if you pop those in your basket and you decide, maybe I need to top up on some parchment, or maybe I want to put some companion papers into my basket because I'm running out of those. Maybe I want some storage folders, or maybe I've been holding off and I want to get those. So now would be the perfect opportunity to pop them in your basket. So this week's Triple Point Tuesday product is Barb's beautiful shack stamps. So we have peace, we have love, and we have beauty. And these are fantastic 2-way overlay stamps. So these are normally £15 each. And I can't remember what the price was now. Wonder whether, let me see if I can, Sue will be able to tell me what the special price is. I'm sure she can do that. I can't remember what I said we would do the special price at. Let's have a look while you're having a look at those. To my emails. La 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 la. Talk amongst yourselves. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Super special price. It's free for the price of two. Okay. So you buy those. Not only are you saving £15, you'll also get your club discount on top, whether it be 15, 12.5 or 10%. And then you get your triple points on it as well. So that is a fantastic offer. And as I say, if anything else, I'm not going to mention any names, or our friends at home know exactly who they are when stuff accidentally drops into their basket, and then I get the blame. Although Deborah and Linda got the blame on Saturday. I did see in one of the comments, because lovely Deborah Wheeler was on TV with some lovely brand new florals from Linda Williams in stamps. And there was a couple of comments saying, Linda made me buy it or Deborah made me buy it. And I'm not going to mention any names. Those people out there know who they are. I'm not going to grass anybody up. Not today, anyway. So yes, so these are lovely stamps, and the imagery around the outside, they may have something to do with the dies that I have on TV on Friday. So let's just have a look at one of these. I'm just going to open one of these. Which one's my favourite? I don't know. I like this one, the Beauty. So let's just open this and have a look. Okay, so when we open, I've got the lovely packaging designed, I think it's by Jazz and Lisa. And then we have our masks in there as well. So beautiful masking off. And then you've got your two-way overlay stamps. There's rubbish on there, isn't it? You can't really see. Look at a piece of card. So for those of you familiar with Clarity and the two-way overlay stamps, you've got the outline and then you've got the infill, but you've also got them in the lovely butterflies as well. And that works on its own, that works on its own. And when you combine them together, they work beautifully together as well. So, yeah, so when you look at the value that you're going to get, I mean, that little butterfly is beautiful. And I think they've all got little butterflies in them, haven't they? Yeah, they have all different butterflies. And you drew these in the shack with Barb. And the shack will be back very soon. I think the shack's due to be back. Shack is due to be back on the 7th of October. So I think Barb's on TV on the Sunday, and then it's straight back in. Let me just find that bag so I can pop this away. So yeah, so you've got TV on the 6th, back in the shack on the 7th, then on the 10th at 7 o'clock there's a craft along with the abstract layout dies, the woodland and birds. And then on the Saturday, I know many of you have signed up for, is the very first online classroom with Barb, and that is doing that beautiful canvas art. So excuse me, there's still an opportunity if you want to take part in that. Sue will pop the link up to the online classroom and we can get that sent out to you. Excuse me, sorry. I think it's a combination of the fan blowing underneath and it being really warming here. I need another slurp of coffee. October the 7th. Yeah, I think so. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 6 is TV, 7 is back in the shack, 10th is the craft along, 12th is the online workshop, and the 15th and 16th is a parchment retreat. So that holiday will soon be forgotten in California. But often that's the way that it goes, isn't it? So Dennis has signed up. There we go. Sue's put the link up to the online classroom as well. That's going to be beautiful. For those of you that attended our summer retreats, I think many of you really enjoyed that lovely canvas art of the little cottages. This one is, I think it's a lighthouse, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lovely lighthouse on this one. And then talking of sort of like our summer retreats, our parchment retreats, so that's just around the corner. Then this year we've decided to do Christmas open days. So on the the 8th and 9th of November, we've got our open days in Ditton, where there's lots of demonstrators. There's ticket includes a complimentary hot drink and mince pie. And I believe we'll be doing some carol singing. I won't. I'll be hiding outside. I can't sing. Yeah, and then on the Sunday, there's 2 separate workshops going on. So there's an Inky Arty workshop with Barb in the main hall, and then there's a Groovi parchment craft workshop, the lovely Linda Williams, in another room. So yeah, so I know many of you will be coming to our open days, and I've seen sort of like tickets. People are buying tickets for the Saturday and then staying over to do the workshop on the Sunday. So Ken signed up as well. Yeah, surprise, surprise. You've written it there, so I'm not grassing anybody up, honestly. And Glynis. I always tend to grass, not tend to, I always seem to grass Glynis and Ken up. Not that they've ever done anything naughty. No. I'm just repeating what's written in front of me in the chat. I'm just I'm like audible. I'm reading it out so that people can hear. Okay. Right. Jane says she's got new tops to wear at the open days. Jane, I have not even thought about the open days yet. No, I have, but I haven't. Okay, I won't be wearing shorts for the November. Although saying that, who knows with the weather now. Okay, so let's carry on with a little bit of picot cutting. I can't believe already it is 11:15. Which way am I going? I'm going to come in this way. Oh, a little bit too close, I think. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. I reckon it's about there. Okay. So, okay. I thought that said Ken had a new frock for the open days. I need to put my glasses on. It was Carol Baker. Although saying that, maybe Ken has got a new frock for the open days. Not saying anything. Okay, so now we've cut the inside, and now we're going to cut the outside. Now, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. See, this is the beauty of the parchment system, is that you can stop wherever you want to. You can just perforate, you can just emboss, you can picot, you don't have to picot. So all we're going to do now is, and all of the 4 different grids come with instructions from Josie and also your cutting guide as well. Okay, and I say if you get stuck, Josie's always on Groovi Worldwide, and many of our other design team are on there as well, and they're always there to help and guide. So maybe you've got to that part of your Groovi journey where you're thinking, you know what, I really want to give picot cutting a go, but I'm not sure. Then if you're able to, if you come to our Christmas open days in November, then you can have a one-to-one with the lovely Glynis in the snip clinic, and she will have you snipping. She will have you snipping, let's just say that. Okay, so you'll get the opportunity to try out the exclusives, the ring lock like that I'm using, or the perga cutters. So you can try the three, oops, sorry, I'm off the page, 3 different types of scissors. So you can give them a go if you're unsure, which feels, because it is a bit of an investment. I think the exclusives, I think, are about $13.99 plus club discounts, and I think the other ones are potentially about £23. I think, might be wrong. So yeah, you've got to feel right. And so at the open days, you get that opportunity where you can, I suppose, in a way, try before you buy. So why does it always get to my watch? Sometimes a watch is very good. It obviously tells the time. It tells me if I've got a text message come through. It tells me if somebody's calling me. My phone is always on silent, so my wrist vibrates when it rings. But because I've been sitting down for 45 minutes, it's now telling me that I need to stand up. Really? I think I deserve this hour once a week to sit down with my friends and enjoy the process. So I'm just going to release some of it so we can have a look at what we've got so far. How much have I done? Probably haven't done that much, have I? A little snip there. Right, let's just, I need to do those little bits there. And we can have a look at then at what I've done so far. So I'm going to snip that away there. So there we go. So we can see now we've got the start. We would if I moved it in the right direction of creating our lovely frame. Clearly said one of those watches would be better. No, Glency. I'm sure you get plenty of exercise throughout the day. Have I done that one? And obviously it just gets to know you, doesn't it? Technology, the way in which it operates now. Quite scary, but I suppose it gives us that reminder. Some of us need a little reminder to get up, move about for whatever reason. So have I told you about everything I wanted to tell you this week? Yep, so TV Thursday 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Friday 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Check out the Clarity Matters blog on Saturday and Sunday. I'll do a couple of posts for the TV shows. I've already done I've already done a blog for Thursday TV show. I've still got one to do for Friday. Horsey Gal, do you use the perga cutters like the ring locks? I'm in Australia, so can't get to the clinic. Horsey Gal, that's no excuse being in Australia. I'm sure you could pop over for the weekend. Okay, so let me just, for our friend in Australia. So you've got your ring lock, you've got your perga cutters, and you've got your exclusive. Now, all of them have curved blades. Okay. So because I'm working on the flat, so there's two different, I call it, I don't know whether it, right, let me ask our parting friends. Was it the spoon and the fork position back in the day, or was that was it just not the right words? If the points were going down, did that have a name? And if the points were going up, did that have a name? Or were you not allowed to go up or down? To me, it just makes sense. That looks like a spoon, and then that looks like a fork. So if I'm working on the flat, then I have them in the spoon position, and I come in from underneath with my fingers, and my wrist is just resting on the mat. Okay. If I was holding in my hands, I'd still come in from underneath, but I've got the point coming down. Or do I? I don't know whether... no, see, when I was learning with the exclusives, I was learning that way, and it was in my hand and they were in the fork position, and it was sort of all about sort of going in, bringing the scissors down, twisting and snipping. So Margaret said it was just a fork position, but was it called the fork position? Or was that too not politically incorrect? It's not the right word, is it? It was too strict. Like we were told just down. Having said that, what the eye didn't see, the yeah. So Josie, Glynis, Margaret were all saying traditionally they were told that the only way that you could do it was with the points going down in the fork position. But Josie says now that she uses the perga cutters in the spoon position, it's much more comfortable. So I suppose in a way, there was obviously there was ways of doing things, like there is in any sort of topic. There's certain ways that you can do things, and I think when we started, I say we, I joined afterwards, but when the system was started, we didn't really sort of know the rules, so to speak, and so we obviously, I know myself, I went online, I watched videos. This was before sort of like Linda came on board and Josie. And so we had to learn from what was out there. And like we tried different pens and stuff like that. And because we thought, right, it's a piece of parchment. I mean, I remember when it was so funny. It was in Barb's studio above the garage at the house. And we've just taken delivery of the multi-needle tools. Okay, now the multi-needle tools, I mean, I haven't got one here. I've got a single needle tool. Now the multi-needle tools, they've got the lovely symbol on the end to show you the pattern, but they've got all these needles in them. And we had, I'm not going to blame anyone else. I had a piece of parchment and I was taking the lid off and stabbing the parchment. I went, all right. And then I stabbed the next one, right? Okay. Stab the next one. We didn't know. I didn't know. They were just tools with loads of needles in them. But now I know exactly what to do with them, because the likes of Linda Williams, they were there to help and to educate. We've got two fantastic multi-needle tools, books, they're like volumes, which Jane has been sharing with everybody on the Pergamano shows on Create and Craft. And that comes with a set of 7 of the needles contained in volume 1. And then all of a sudden you think, oh yeah, that's why you need a tool with 6, 8, 9 needles in. Look what you can do with it. But because I didn't know what the rules were, I'd never seen I just thought it was like perforating, snipping, and that was it. And so now, yeah, it makes perfect. But literally back in the day, I was stabbing a piece of parchment and just putting holes in it, thinking, why? I know why now. And they're amazing. They really are. I mean, when we bought Pergamano, we introduced the 2 and the 4 needle bolt because there was only a 1 needle bolt. And then when Barb and Linda were chatting, we brought out the Pico V tools. So they were a new addition after we bought Pergamano. So now I can only speak for myself. I can really see. So like the lid's on, Mo. Don't worry. I'll scratch my head in a minute. No, I can really see the benefits of the multi-needle tools. I didn't back then. I just stabbed the parchment and thought, oh yeah, make some holes. What do you do with it? But yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it, how things evolve and change and grow as well. And with the effect of social media, it's worldwide, it's international. We own Pergamano now. Nobody ever saw that coming. And we've got the tools, we're still developing, we're always bringing out new ideas and everything else. So it's not as if we've said, right, okay, we've got the Groovi, we've got the tools, that's it, we're not going to do it. We brought out the coloured parchment, the rainbow parchment, we've got the Pergamano poppets, which existed previously under the Pergamano brand. We've just brought back the 0.8 millimeter shader tool as well. So we're always looking to sort of evolve and change and adapt. But without everybody at home, then there wouldn't be any need for that. So okay, that went off a little bit of a tangent. Right, I'm going to go. I need another coffee. So thank you once again for your company. I hope you've enjoyed it. Welcome to our lovely new friends. I hope you'll come back and watch again next week. Don't forget that you can go back all the way to episode 1 and watch right from the beginning if you're bored and you want to fall asleep. No, it really is. Excuse me. As always, it's great to have your company. I really enjoy my weekly hour with you. I'm off to carry on prepping for TV, and I'll see you on Thursday. Well, I won't. You'll possibly see me. Otherwise, I'll be back with you next Tuesday. So enjoy the rest of the week. Whatever the weather's doing, just stay in. Go up to the first floor. Take all your craft stuff upstairs. No, I shouldn't say things like that. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you as always. Thank you, Sue, and the lovely design team. And I'll see you all next week.